What's up, guys? Welcome back to Wicked After Dark, where we talk about all things horror. My name's Anthony, and with me tonight we got Ashley and Jess.
Hi, guys.
What's up?
And as always, the man behind the screams here, Andy. As always, guys, today's episode is sponsored by Roasted Dead Coffee, our official coffee sponsor of Wicked After Dark.
Yeah.
Yes. Can't live without it.
Or
Can't
as
go
of
without
today's tea.
Mm-hmm.
And a lemonade.
And a lemonade, yeah.
Yeah. I got a tea today. It's too damn hot.
It's warm today, dude.
It's really warm.
Really warm.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably why we're a little sluggish, like trying to get going. Like, goddamn. I think today it reached 90 or something like that.
Did it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
So it was warm. It's warm in here right now. It reminds me of when we first started back in July. It was like blazing hot in here.
Yeah.
We couldn't put the fan in here because the mics were picking it up. You're like, damn.
You're suffering silence.
It's going to be rough. But anyway, yeah.
Yes, we're back, guys. Sorry for missing last week. I know we didn't drop a podcast.
Yes.
Yeah, that was our bad. We lost track of time. Well, I wouldn't say we lost track of time.
We're really busy.
We were really busy. We didn't anticipate the kind of day that we had on, I don't even know what day it was. I think Wednesday.
Right.
Last Wednesday,
was
because we
Wednesday,
left
yeah.
Thursday for Vegas. We'll get into that deeper into the pod. But, yeah, Wednesday we just didn't anticipate the kind of day
Well,
that
we
we
were
had.
ready. We were ready to shoot a podcast that day.
Yeah.
But, we were making other moves.
We had secret moves
That came
that we
up,
can't talk
yeah.
about yet.
Yeah, we're always working on some random shit, man.
Well, I think Wednesday was a big roller coaster day.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
it
for
was a
sure.
big
Just
hype
think of
day.
the biggest roller coaster you've ever been on times 10.
Yeah.
That was the kind of day.
Ashley's have had that feeling where she was crying basically almost on that roller coaster.
Wait, what that got to do with it?
But I'm just saying, like, just think about that. Where you're almost crying because you're still dropping. That's the kind of day we had.
Damn.
but it bounced back with a great ending.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
I still wouldn't get back on it, though.
No, I'm good.
Oh,
I'm
my
good on
God.
that
The
one.
emotions that day was wild. I'm surprised no one was fighting.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
though, so Wednesday was a rough day, guys. That's why from now on we're gonna try to get it done a little earlier.
Yeah.
So we
Monday
don't
or
have those
Tuesday, yeah.
excuses anymore. So yeah, we do apologize for that. For those that do listen to us, we are sorry, but
Yeah,
we're back.
sorry. We're back,
And
yeah.
again, this week we decided to go with some teas from Roasted Dead.
Mm-hmm.
I got a mango,
Mental mango.
that one, with black
what?
tea, and it's delicious. I
Yes.
think it beat out the other tea that I drink.
Oh.
Really?
Not gonna lie.
The
Not
Dark
gonna lie.
Mistress? Is that what it's called?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Or Mistress of the Dark?
Cheater.
Yeah.
Really good.
I got mental mango again, but I get it with green tea because it's option black or green. I got the green, he got the black tea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Super refreshing.
Nice. I got the creeps to go again. My favorite lemonade is just
Smacks.
top
And
tier.
it's so refreshing on a hot
Yeah.
day.
Oh, God.
But it's delicious. Anyway.
It's so yummy.
It's so yummy.
Let's see who ends up in the restroom first.
Oh man, I
Um,
know. Getting
Either me or Ash.
Yeah. But yeah, sorry for missing last week. But we're back. We
are
haven't
back.
missed a pod in a cool minute, but
Yeah.
shit happens. But
Yeah.
We just, like I said, we did genuinely get pretty busy. So,
yeah.
but we're going to make up for it, hopefully,
And-
guys.
And on a side note, I think something really exciting is going to come out of that
Yeah, for sure.
for sure.
For sure.
Real
for
soon.
sure. Real soon. But yeah, Thursday we headed to Las Vegas.
Sin City.
Oh yeah.
Sin City. I don't think we did anything sinful, though.
Yeah.
Depends on who you ask.
Yeah, depends who
Depends
you
on
ask.
yes. We headed to Vegas because we did first Friday, Las Vegas, which is a market out there. Like I would say,
Yeah.
like what
It's
kind
like a
of
flea market.
It's like a flea market. Yeah.
Perfect.
But
Perfect.
on a steroided level, you know what I mean? Like it was huge, dude.
Yeah, it
Like,
was giant.
Man.
A lot of different vendors, a lot of different variety.
Mm-hmm.
Food trucks, alcohol,
Marijuana.
marijuana. It was Vegas. It was
Yep.
it was
Vegas,
Vegas.
baby.
The one word that comes to my mind when I think about that event from now on is just gonna be wild.
Yeah,
Like it was wild.
it was fun.
It reminded
Yeah.
me that you never for a minute forgot where you were.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
Like,
You knew you were in
the
Vegas.
whole time. I was like, holy shit, dude! Like, I couldn't even get in. Like, usually, you know me, I want to drink a beer or two. You know, and I was just like, nope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you better be on your toes, paying attention.
Yeah.
There's a lot
Uh-huh.
of drunk people, high people. Like, it was wild, dude.
Yeah.
Right. It
wild.
was our first time going out there. It was a fun time, good time. We actually went and caravanned it out with Monster Posse and Glad Racket and SV Creations, and
Yeah.
so we caravanned out there.
Fun.
Super fun. It was a good time, hanging out with everyone.
Yeah.
So thanks for inviting us.
Right.
Yeah, and we also we went for like a turnaround trip. So we left Thursday, came back
Friday
technically
night.
Saturday morning.
No,
yeah.
no. Not technically.
It was.
We got in
We
Saturday
got in
morning,
Saturday
about
morning,
5
5
in the
a.m.
morning.
Yeah,
5 in the
crazy
morning.
shit. That was the best part, driving home.
Yeah, in the dark ass desert.
Yeah.
You
So we
know.
actually were able to do some stuff though, because we left Thursday pretty early.
I think that was my goal going out there. You know what I mean? And being able to fit all those things in, guys. Because those of you who don't know, we started this podcast almost a year ago now in hopes of reaching other people and kind of spreading awareness, right, of what we do, and
Right.
and when I'm bringing as many vendors as possible on here, which we've had quite a bit.
Yeah.
But I think, I don't know if I want to say it yet, but in the near future, we're still going to bring in vendors, but we're looking to more, spread, like, okay, all the different places there is now.
Things
That's
to
horror
do.
related.
Businesses.
Businesses, things to do, brick and
Visits.
mortars, right?
Yeah.
That you can go and visit. Because, like, kind of like us, we still, till this day, we get people like, man, I never knew you were here.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh, shit, really? Like, we've been here for 2 years. You know what I mean? So it's I think that's going to be our next goal coming up with this podcast, is visiting as many locations as possible.
Yep.
So that's kind of what we went into the mentality with going into this trip in Vegas was, okay, hey, let's visit this, let's check this out. And let's talk about it. Let's review it. Not review it, but see what you liked about it and whatnot. 'Cause
recommend it.
we were in Vegas this last weekend. We're going up to Arizona again. We're hoping to do Florida again. You know what I mean? There's just all these different places that we go to, and even locally, right?
Yeah.
There's places in LA we can go to to experience. Like Grim Girl's store. We're really gonna make it a point to get out there because that's another brick and mortar now that we can go and check out and just put out there. So
Right. Exactly.
I think that's going to be the new shift and direction
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
going with,
definitely.
where we're going to go experience, if it's an attraction, if it's a brick and mortar store, if it's
Food,
Halloween,
bar.
exactly. If it's Halloween related,
we
we
want to do
want to
it.
do it.
Yeah.
We want to see it.
Let's
We
talk
want
about it.
We want to support it.
Exactly.
So that's going to be kind of the new direction, I think. We're going to take the podcast, and don't get me wrong, again, we're still going to bring in your occasional vendor because we can bring in vendors forever.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
There's hundreds and hundreds of us out there. So, that's always going to be a goal, is to keep spreading awareness within our own.
Right.
So, but I'm really excited for this new journey. I don't know when we're going to start that. We're hoping to start kind of plugging it in slowly, or if we're going to go into like a new season 3.
Season 3,
or-
yeah.
I don't know yet. We're still deciding that because last time we did take a little break, but I don't know. I kind of didn't like that feeling. You know what I mean? It's just, we'll see.
Yeah.
We're playing it
We'll
by
let
ear.
it roll.
We're playing it by ear for sure.
But we already started visiting, so let's talk about it.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Vegas. We were just in Vegas this week, and first thing we drove into was Nightmare Toys.
Yeah, we went to go check out Nightmare Toys. Well, we ran across Nightmare Toys too because they did a few events out here.
Right.
They did. We think we saw them at Creep by Econ.
Yeah.
I think
Ran
we've
into
seen them
them in,
in
Arizona.
Arizona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've seen their pop-ups before and their setups there, and they have a lot of cool toys.
Right.
So we're actually finally able to check out their storefront. And I didn't know that they actually had a Nightmare Cafe right next door.
Right.
So we were able to check that out as well. Their storefront's huge. Like,
Oh, yeah.
gigantic, I would say. They have so much to look at. They actually have a few vendors in there, like Psycho Coffins.
Oh,
Right,
yeah.
We
right.
were able to see his stuff in there, which is so cool.
I think the cool part is, like, we vended with these vendors.
Right.
And when you get to see their products in storefronts or again in brick and mortars, it's really cool to see that. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I
Yeah.
know that person. I love
Yeah, it's
and
dope.
shout out to them because their coffins are legit. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, really cool products that he carries.
Yeah.
So another supplier they carried was Christian's, Two-minute
Drax
room.
2-minute room, yeah.
which we carry. You
Yeah.
know, so they had those on display out there, which was another cool little thing. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, and they had a bunch of Trick or Treat Studios and Funkos and T-shirts and a bunch
Masks.
of alternative brands in there
NECA
too.
toys.
Oh yeah, they had things for days in there. I
collectibles.
saw that they had a freak. What's the word? pumpkin
Pumpkin pulp.
and I want one of those babies so bad. And I was like, okay, if they have it, I'm gonna buy it. They sold out, so that's my sign.
Yeah.
I don't need it. I'm gonna get it.
No, yeah, but they carry a variety of products, which I liked.
Yeah.
It
was huge.
The aesthetic is there. The environment.
Even the restrooms were like decked out with Halloween like art in there.
Right.
So that was dope. But yeah.
I think we did take pictures and videos of some of it, guys. Work with us. We'll try to get some of it implemented into it, right? Guys back there. So that you guys can check it out. Those of you watching, I don't know who's, I know we can't do it for Spotify, but for those watching, you'd be able to see some of the places we visited this past weekend.
Mm-hmm.
We'll try to plug some of that in probably towards the end.
Uh-huh.
So they stick around, check the end out so you can see all the...
Right.
And if not, follow us on TikTok. I know Katie will be working on the TikTok right now. I sent her a bunch of videos and photos and just stuff like that.
We did post a few photos on our Instagram too, on our Wicked Boutique page. So if you follow us on there, you probably saw a few photos. But yeah, and then we headed over for lunch to Neimer Cafe.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So that one was really cool. I didn't even know about Neimer Cafe until the month before we went out there.
Right.
And so we headed over there. I was under the impression there was coffee. But when we
thought it was like a legit.
I thought it was cafe,
yeah.
But no, I forgot this was in Vegas. So they had a full-blown bar in there.
Yep.
Taco Bell has a bar.
Yeah, Taco Bell's a bar.
So they had a full-blown, everything in there was Halloween, obviously, but everything was decked out. It was dope.
It was aesthetically pleasing. It was, we had drinks, we got the food. And, for when you go to places like that, you're kind of there for the ambiance, right?
Right.
And for this is cool. But the food was actually really, really good.
Yeah.
I know a lot of us were like, man, I think I would have got that. And you're like, well, I would have got yours. And, which is cool. But, I mean, again, it was one of those things where you order not really with high expectation, I guess. Right? Because, again, you're there for the environment for the aesthetic, kind of just taking it in.
Right.
And when the food came out, I was like, damn, this is really good.
Yeah, I think I actually ordered it's supposed to be an appetizer, but it was huge. It was the nachos.
The chicken nachos.
It was delicious, the chicken nachos. So if you guys are in the area, check that out.
And I got a chicken sandwich. So it was called Deadly. The names were really cool. They were all themed out, but it was good. And I got some garlic fries on the side.
Yeah, those were delicious.
They were good. We all kind of shared off our plates that we can taste some of everything. And Jess got
I got chicken and waffles, but it was called oh god,
I think it was Reagan's something. I don't know.
I'll look it up real quick.
But they're black. The waffles are black.
So the waffles is it's the way they set it up and everything was so nice. It was chicken waffle, chicken waffle, chicken waffle, and the waffles were black. And then they gave me red or hot honey. So they made it red, so it looks like blood.
Right.
Dope. The chicken was
I don't like honey, so I asked for syrup. But Ashley was eating it with honey.
Yeah, I had it with honey too, and it was the chicken was.
Oh
good.
my god, the chicken
juicy,
was crispy and juicy. That's
not even
the best.
Dry. It was bomb, dude.
Yeah, then we ordered a few beverages.
Yeah, we had some alcohol. You gotta have, and even the cups. My beer cup was a glass skull cup, which is really cool. You know, I was like, man, they just got it all. You know, the paintings, they had everything painted with.
Oh, I found it. I got the Blair Waffle Project.
There you go.
Okay.
And then Dead Heat. Is that what you got?
Yeah.
Dead Heat. And then I didn't get a picture of the appetite. Ashley's was just chicken nachos.
No, it was called something after the
something
Texas
massacre.
Oh, something massacre.
Something massacre.
Alabama massacre.
Oh, that's
I think.
There you go.
And we're like, damn, they're real specific.
Right.
But it was a good time. Me and Jessica actually shared alcohol beverage.
Oh yeah, we got the Mad Hatter tea.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think so. It was like a punch, like a rum punch type of vibe. And she swears I drank it all. No,
she did.
No, you see, this is why I don't share. Because then she's like, "You drank it all." No, the fuck I didn't.
I promise
I had
you,
my own
I
beer.
had 3 drinks.
And somebody was drinking my beer too, because mine was gone fast.
Oh, I'm sure,
yeah,
buddy.
Anthony was drinking his own damn beer.
Yeah, no, it was a great time. And they're giving out I figured out what they're giving out. They're rosaries, but for the movie coming out, The Pope's Exorcist.
Oh.
But our waiter didn't
get
one. Didn't give us one, but it's okay. I won't hold it
Yeah,
against
right.
her.
I was like,
You were supposed to ask.
I know.
She forgot.
I forgot.
We got up and went to the bathroom.
Jessica was scared to use the restroom because someone on the comments or someone told
because
her
Katie had told me there was something, but that was the other place.
looking at
that,
you
like
or
there's
something.
someone looking at you going pee, and I was like, I don't want to go to the bathroom.
Yeah. She was
But
like, I don't
she
want to
lied.
go. I'm like, well, girl, pee yourself then. I'm not going with you. It's a one-person stall. What, do you want me to hold your hand?
No,
shit
but
was
it was
funny.
it was
Yes.
super dope. It was super dope. I mean,
If you're in the area, yeah.
Check it out.
100%, 100%.
Where's it at?
It's like 2 blocks
down
away
those-
from the strip.
Down the street from Stratosphere.
Yeah, there you go.
Like you can literally see the base of the Stratosphere.
Yeah.
So towards the airport, that direction.
No,
I don't know the
other
airport
way.
or any of that stuff, but I'm
Where the
saying
mall
Towards Rio.
it's
It's on
towards
the other side of the freeway, or it's on the
No, you get off the freeway. It's on the hand side of the freeway,
it's on the airport.
It's towards
side.
the mall.
towards the mall, all that over there.
That's
but
the only thing
Check
I
it out
remember.
on Google Maps. You just
Google
type in
Maps or
Nightmare.
Apple Maps. Yeah.
It's really cool,
Pops
guys.
up.
Like I
It was-
said,
yeah.
it was really dope. Really good experience.
Good
Food
time.
was good.
Yeah.
I would definitely make it a stop.
I really liked how they had like the way their setup was. There's like stuff on the top, like I guess not like a
Like cutouts.
yeah, like they had but they also had dolls up there, like cutouts
Chucky.
and dolls up there, and that was I like
Music
that a lot.
playing. And then,
Music.
well, we actually called because we're like, oh, maybe it's reservation based, which it is
Right.
for dinner.
For dinner,
Because
yeah.
I guess they do karaoke, they do
Horror
media,
trivia.
yeah, trivia.
And that night was already booked.
It was
Yeah,
already
that night was
reserved.
sold out.
Yeah, sold out. So good thing we got there a little bit early. I think we got there around 4.
Yeah.
No,
3 or 4.
Three.
Oh, I'm
Something
sorry,
like
3.
that.
We got there at 3. But we actually decided to book tickets for the Zach Bagans Museum too
Haunted
that night.
Museum.
The Haunted Museum. We've been there once before in 2019, I want to say.
Or
And-
if not earlier.
Or 2018. I don't remember. It
Yeah.
was the
I was
first
like,
time
it
we
was before
visited.
2019.
And yeah, it was a while back, and it was a crazy experience. So we decided to go back this time because he added some new features and some new exhibits,
Right.
and we wanted to get some content for you guys for the podcast to talk about. And let me tell you,
No, I think
I'm gonna just tell you, I didn't want to go.
she didn't want to
Again.
go. She did
I
not.
I wanted to do something else, but I got outvoted.
Yeah, she
Sure did.
She sure did. Yeah.
No, I think what made it was the fact that we decided to do the VIP
All
tour,
right,
right?
tour.
R.I.P. My bad.
Come on, man.
R.I.P. tour, and he gave you 6 different exhibits.
I forgot the badge in the back. I wanted to show you guys.
Oh, 6 different exhibits, and it was the way they sold it to you was like, well, if you're gonna buy a shirt,
You might as well
just
get
get
it.
the VIP or RIP because you
It's
know it
$30.
comes with
It's
it.
cheaper. Yeah,
It comes
it's
with it. And
cheaper,
you're like,
yeah,
well,
yeah.
shit, you're right. You know, so we ended up getting it,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, it was definitely an
Came
experience.
with like 6
dude.
more exhibits that you're able to go into.
Right.
Which one of those was the basement, and we always wanted to go into the basement, but we always been very scared to do it because last time we went, people were able to go down there as well, but we didn't
No.
do that, or they weren't
It
even
wasn't
allowed,
allowed
to go down
yet.
No, it
See, this
wasn't.
is
It's
so
sti-
we had went
And
early.
it's still really
Active.
sort of not allowed.
there. Right? Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
it's
That
still
was
an
weird.
active investigation. Guys,
So
and
let's-
those of
yeah.
you guys listening or watching, just so you know, I love horror. I do believe in the paranormal, but to an extent, you know what I mean?
Right, same.
But when you're there, when you're at that museum, and I'm gonna be completely honest, I do everything in my power to debunk everything that's going on.
Yes, he does.
Same.
Right? Everything in my power. Because I'm not just gonna be the guy that's like, oh my god, I feel it. I can feel this. The floor shifted. This is speaking to me. That's not me.
Yeah.
That's not me, you know. So it's definitely something where when I go, it's like, okay, let me see what's really up.
Right.
Yeah.
So that being said, I think we're all pretty much there. We're all very cautious of what's going on there because
You sign waivers first of all.
yes, within the museum. Yeah. Within the museum, there's so many different artifacts that are just unbelievable.
Yeah.
To even be in the presence of it.
In that
know, and
close
go
of a
ahead.
vicinity to it, you know. And going into the museum, everyone has to basically sign their life away, like saying type of like, if you get possessed, that's on you. If you take anything home, that's on you.
If you get hurt.
If you get hurt or something attaches to you, if something happens to you, that's your problem. That's not their problem.
Yeah, yeah.
So that already kind of messes with your head, you know, puts you in that headspace, like what the fuck's about to happen in
Yeah,
here. So we actually got there a little bit early and we're asked them like, hey, is it all right if we go through the tour early? And they're like, yeah, sure, no problem. So that was super
Yeah, they were
cool.
so nice for letting us do that.
Yeah.
We got there like
I think our tour was at 7,
30.
and we got there at 6:30, and they let us in.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we were able to go into the tour, got their R.I.P badges, but already within the first room, like your check-in room, it
I was
already
nervous.
feels off. It already feels off. Like, it feels different in there. Like, I think Anthony was like, dude, I'm already dizzy.
Dude, no. I mean, we go to check in. Again, I've been there in the past, so I already know. Like, okay, this is kind of how it works, right? But when we got in there, I shit you not, dude. I was just like, there's no fucking way. There's no way that I already feel like this.
Yeah.
Where I kid you not, guys, I promise you, I put this on my kids to where there was time I was so unbalanced, okay, where I was dizzy, and I was just like, this is impossible.
Yeah.
This is not. And again, I'm the biggest skeptic when it comes to those type of things. You know what I mean? And it's so difficult to describe. But again, right out the gate, I was like, nah, not possible. There's got to be something in the room. They're moving it. They're shifting
Vibrations
it. Their
in the
vibration
air.
in the wall.
He literally
Like-
was talking about that. He was just like, they're playing a
But then
sound.
ag-
I'm telling
He's
you.
like, stand here. Do you feel that? I was
But
like,
then again,
no.
it was like, dude, I don't know. I don't know how else to say it. You know, that's how I feel.
Right.
And it stayed with me for a good 45 minutes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, longer.
You know,
Did you
Longer.
feel like you wanted answers?
I did at the time. I did at the
Yeah.
time.
And they make you turn off your
Can you hear
phones
me out here?
completely. And so when you everyone has to take out their phones and turn them
that
off.
was another trip. You know what I mean? Where she's like, all right, everybody, play your phones. And
Turn 'em
whatever,
off.
Turn them off.
Uh-huh.
I was like,
And
oh,
I
what
was
if
like-
something
I was like,
happens?
hold on.
Yeah. So we go into the first room.
Wait. Before that too, they're like, okay, everyone
Hello?
raise their right hand.
Yeah.
And we're
yeah.
all raising our right hand, and you have to do the oath.
Like an
Oh,
like
yeah.
this is court or some
There's an
shit.
oath?
There's an
Yeah.
oath, and it's like whatever that thing was on the waiver that you signed, so it doesn't even matter if you said it verbally or not. They
Right.
have a video of you now saying it, but you know,
Right. I didn't say it.
I was too busy trying to turn off my phone.
What was the oath?
Just saying,
Oh,
like,
God.
if anything happens to
It was
you,
just
it's
the
your
rules
problem.
on the wall.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
kind
Like,
of, yeah.
Yeah.
But again, just to go backwards before we get into the basement part of it. So right out the gate, I'm already telling the girls, like, dude, I already feel like shit.
Yeah.
I was like, this is not possible. And again, I go to horror nights here, Orlando. I do as many things as possible, scary related.
Yeah.
So it's not that I'm sitting there and be, oh my God, I'm so fucking scared. No. You know, so it's just like, dude, I'm already like, what is going on?
Right.
You know, so it was again one of those, and that's how it started. But anyway, going into I think
First room, or the first entering the house, you got to walk around.
right entering the first room, and we're not gonna go room by room and dissect it,
no.
but the first room already was like, holy shit, because they only let you peek in there, right? But as an R.I.P. guest, you get to go into, it's called the doll room.
Yeah.
Right.
And in this doll room, right before you go in, they're explaining to you that there's one doll in specific that's behind in this in glass case that's super haunted from like the 18th century
She has
back
human
in
hair.
England. And yeah, dude, and this doll looks fucking
Weird.
scary.
Yeah, like
you
a
know?
human, kind of, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
So it was.
So walking through that room, I was already kind of scared because the first time I went and peeked, I got picked as a volunteer. They had a little person working there at the time, and she pops out from the bottom and scares you. So I was already like on edge, and this time I was able to walk fully through it. So I'm like, she's gonna pop out.
Right.
Yeah.
But I guess they don't do that anymore. So I didn't even comfortably look around because I was already freaking out.
That's why I went back.
How
Yeah.
would you say the doll looks different than say your dolls they make?
It
We've all
looks
seen
like-
an Annabelle doll and
Oh,
stuff.
it's a actual
Does it look more
human hair,
realish?
realistic
real.
doll. She looks
Yeah.
real.
It is
Even
a
the facial
Porcelain, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It's a whole
White
nother-
dress. Yeah, they have her in a box. You can't miss her.
Like, do you know those like werewolf baby dolls? You know how
yeah.
like it looks so real? That's how that doll looked like, but it
Oh,
was
okay.
made back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just try something. Hold on.
Yeah. But I think nothing gets me more than the Dr. Kevorkian's van. And that one really like freaks me out. I know it's like
Yeah.
people say Dr. Death or they call him what's his term? Like how he helped people with assisted suicide.
Yeah.
But I guess I don't want to ruin it if you're going to check it out, but you will be able to see his
Van.
his van.
I don't think there's nothing we can say that'll ruin the experience
Yeah,
that you're going to
no.
have there.
Like again, just the things that you can actually see and witness and feel and some of the artifacts that they're carrying, you're like, how?
Right.
Why?
How
know
do
what I
you
mean?
have this?
And it's not to say that he was a bad person. Everyone has their own opinion on the man. But that room right there just always throws me off because of how many people died in there.
Right.
And they have the whole setup of how it looks and the original,
The actual van.
the actual
you know.
van and the memorials
his
and I don't
tools
know.
that he used.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the music he played in the background while people were passing. And that just throws me off, like gives me a wrong feeling. Like I don't want to know. I don't want to know what these people were going through. And oh man, that just like
Yeah, no. It's definitely like I said, it's a dude, I don't know.
It's a trip, man.
It's
dude.
like there's nothing we can say to, like Anthony said, to spoil it because there's 33 rooms or something like that.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna remember every single detail, but I'll remember stuff that scared me.
Well,
Right.
I think you for those who believe or don't believe, whatever your situation is, all those things that are in that house are connected spiritually to something,
Yeah.
or
whether
someone.
it's negative or positive.
Someone.
Right.
Right.
Not everything had to be negative, but a lot of it is. You know, but there's all connections there. So,
Right.
whether you believe in
Yep.
it or not, I don't know. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
yeah.
how do you explain
I
those
think
dizzy
honestly,
feelings? and
honestly
things
though,
like that?
I really feel like if you're a non-believer, this is the place for you.
Yep.
It's the best experience if you're a non-believer, you're a skeptic like
Yeah.
me. This is your spot.
Well,
you know what I mean?
even I feel like we've already done this twice, and we've already had that one person that like thinks this is a joke, like
Right.
that this isn't real.
Right.
And
right,
both
right.
times we've had a group like that, like
Uh-huh.
a group of people that were like that. And I'm just
Yeah.
like,
Right.
Yeah.
y'all messing with the wrong
But shout
stuff.
out to
like,
this group of girls that were there with
Oh,
us.
yeah.
It was like a group of 3 girls, and they were going first every time. Like, y'all want to go?
Nope.
No, ma'am.
I'll
I will
follow
follow.
you. Yep.
Yeah. And then it gets to the point where the lady, our tour guide, is super nice. She was like, I'm not going down there with you guys. We get to the stairway down to the basement.
Right.
Oh,
Starts
yeah,
telling
yeah.
us the history about the basement, what happened down there. It's an active investigation still.
Active to
And-
the point where they have a video camera recording
And a sound-
and a what's it called?
The sound box or spirit box.
No, is that what it's
Spirit box,
called?
Yeah.
Something that's super loud. I forget what it's called.
Yeah, the spirit box.
Spirit box.
Yeah.
Spirit box is going. So she tells us the history, the story about it. It's still active. Gives us rules to follow.
Yep.
Very specific set of rules. And then she's like, "Well, I'm not gonna go with you. This is an unguided tour. Follow these rules. It's not that hard." And we're just
She's like, you
"Fuck,
can't get
okay."
lost.
She's
And
like,
then
"Here's
she
the
just
rules."
looks at you. She's like, "Go ahead."
Yeah, here's the rules. I'm gonna light these stairs. You're gonna go one at a time, single file. You're gonna go down this hallway, turn right, turn left, go into the room, go and make a full circle around the room. Come back in the way you came. Don't linger too long and don't like stay
Yeah.
too long looking.
Yep.
And I
Don't
don't know.
look at
I don't know
something
if
too
there's
long.
Ghost Adventure fans out there, but when or even seen these episodes, but in the episodes where they do show that basement, it's always
Yeah.
wild. You
Yeah,
know?
it's always
Yeah.
something
It's
crazy.
and then this specific basement, it has to do with like seances and murders
Yeah.
and
Is-
Killed
sacrifices.
kids in there.
And,
Is that the one where they put the stairs down there from the?
No.
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 That's different.
and and there's a pentagram already drawn down there from.
And it's only lit by candles too,
Right.
so that was freaky.
And just put yourself in that position where you're walking down these stairs,
Well-
and you're in this tunnel system under
Right.
the house.
Well, let's go back to the ladies. Like, you guys don't have to do anything you don't want to do.
Yeah.
Right.
So Anthony's like, "Well, are we gonna do it?" Anthony asks the question. Jessica's
because
like,
Jessica's like, I'm not doing
Jessica's like, "I don't want to go."
it. So
Okay,
I looked back
wait.
and I was like, hey, are we gonna do this?
Right. Anthony's like, "Hey, we're gonna do this." Jessica's like, "I don't want to go," and I'm like, "Fuck that! $30, $30, $30. We're going." So the ladies are like, "Y'all want to go?" Or now like, "Y'all go ahead. We're gonna follow." So they start walking. I was like, "Anthony, go." Anthony goes in front of me. I go and I grab Jessica. I was like, "Jessica, just follow me, bro. You're gonna be fine."
Ashley was like, get your ass over here.
Yeah.
She
Jessica.
literally
Come-
grabbed my hand.
I
So it's
grabbed
not
her
like I
hand,
couldn't
bro.
not
So we're
have gone.
walking, and I was fine until I saw the pentagram on the floor. That shit freaked
No
me
way you
out.
were fine walking through like
Oh,
those
no.
tunnels with.
God.
You didn't look at anything on the wall, did you?
She said, "Don't linger and don't look, bitch." No,
She didn't say don't look. She said don't look for too long. And I
I
said
sure did it. Eyes forward. That's what I was
You're
doing.
dumb, bro. Like it's what the stuff that they have in there. You're like, why?
I looked at a few things, but I panicked, because I was
Yeah.
like, okay,
No,
I'm not trying to get
you started panicking when we
attachments.
got into that room. You
Right,
started panicking
right.
hard.
I
And-
think what that place gives you is real
Fear.
Fear.
Oh my god.
Because it's only lit by
Real
candles.
fear.
and then you see a mirror, and I'm like, fuck,
There
I don't
was
even
a
want to
mirror?
look. There's a mirror. You didn't see the mirror?
Yeah.
And
I
I'm
did
like,
not.
I'm like, what if I look into this mirror and I see like a demon behind me right now?
Yeah.
No way. So I barely glanced to the mirror, like 1, 2, 3, you know,
And
because
it
I'm
wasn't,
scared.
guys. It wasn't like we were like speed walking through it because
No.
Because
it's a
line of people.
slow pace. Like, oh my god. Matter of fact, I walked with my hands in front of me. I was like, I'm not gonna touch the walls.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
I
I'm not gonna
touched the
touch any of the
wall.
artifacts. You know, I'm just eyes. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna be aware, but at the same time, it was one of those things where, like, dude, this is strict. It was so heavy. It was
It's
just
a heavy feeling, yeah.
like
No,
fear
I was
struck me, dude.
genuinely scared.
Yeah.
Like,
Jessica
I
was
wasn't gonna go
shivering.
down. I already told him I didn't even want to get the R.I.P. thing because I didn't want to go in the basement. And Anthony's like, just get it. Blah, just talking all this crap. Like, I paid for it, whatever.
Yeah.
And
Poor
Anthony, the dumb guy, was like, are we actually going in there? And Ashley was like, yeah, you made us pay for it. We're going down there.
Dude,
Yeah,
it
that shit was wild. I don't even know. It's not to call ourselves weenies because we're not.
It's not that I'm a weenie,
Yeah, she is.
but that's like, I'm not expecting someone to scare me. I just don't want a demon to scare me.
Or
I think
follow
that's
you
different.
home.
Or follow me
right,
home.
right,
You know,
right,
because-
exactly.
And that's what I felt when we were down there, like a heavy presence. Like, I don't know. It was
Someone's
like
fucking
too
watching,
much.
you know.
dude, it
Had,
was
had you ever felt anything like that before?
No.
No.
I'll tell you what, it was enough. It was enough for me to be like,
I'm
I'm
good.
good. I'm good with going back there.
I don't
Yeah,
want to.
dude, I
You
don't.
know,
I'm
like-
done. Two's enough.
And I
don't
can
know.
see why
I
the
don't know.
tour guides switch off, like
So
with their
often.
groups, because it's so heavy in that house in general, you know. And you're going to other different rooms, like the Ed Gein room. You see the cauldron, the shovel he used, like
Yeah.
his identification, his pictures, this last picture of him before you pass, because he was
Or
actually
even,
admitted.
I don't know if you before that room, we went into the prison room,
The
right?
true crime or
The
whatever.
true crime room.
Oh
where
man,
it was
that
like,
that
room
was Ashley's
wild.
favorite room.
That
for
one,
sure.
yeah.
Oh.
If you're a true
fact-
crime buff,
Go ahead,
that
go
one
ahead.
was
Hold
wild.
on, hold on. When you guys went into the basement, you said the spirit box was going off, right?
I think so.
Did you hear anything? Or
I
was
don't know.
just-
No, I blacked
Yeah.
out.
To be honest, look, give me your hand, Ash.
I blacked out in there,
Yes.
bro. Like,
I mean, you hear
Ashley
it.
had.
Or
this
was
is
it
her
too hard
hand,
to
this is my
focus
hand.
on it?
This is how
Yes.
we were walking.
It was you did hear it. You did hear it in the background. It did shuffle. It did try to say little things here and there, but again, that fear strikes you so hard. that
You're frozen.
Your
Focus.
mindset is just
Get the
don't-
fuck out.
My mindset was don't step on the pentagram. Number
Yeah.
one. Number two is get the fuck out.
Yep.
Simple. There was nothing good down there for us.
yeah.
And it was one of those things where you knew when you got out of there, you're like, we shouldn't have done that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like, It
exactly.
was one of those experiences. Like,
So
And-
even if something would have came through, you probably wouldn't have heard it.
No,
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 because
no,
you were
no.
so
Focus.
panicked.
To be, yeah, I was panicking hard. And shout out to the guy that was behind me. He was walking through all these things by himself.
alone. He took his grandma and his mom, I
mom,
think,
yeah.
and they're
And they were
visiting
like,
from
nope.
Mexico,
Uh-huh.
so
Yeah,
they're
Mexico
just
City.
they didn't understand really what was going on.
Yeah.
But
He
it
was
was
cool, though.
he
He
was
was
a cool
very
guy. He was
interested in it, but-
into it.
He was down. Let me tell
But
you.
the girls in front of us again, she's talking to the spirit box in the basement. She said, "Hello, is anyone with us?" I said,
Oh,
"Girl,
hell
she
no.
did.
you didn't hear her."
No, hell no, I
And
did
in
not.
my head, I'm like, "Girl, now get the fuck out of here, dude! Like, what is your problem right now?"
you just see
And-
Ashley turn around on her own, like, "Whoop, I'm out.
Dude, what she said, you got to go around.
Yeah.
You
You
cannot.
have to,
You have
yeah.
to make a full the
Circle.
roundabout of the
And
pentagram.
again, and it wasn't like it was like a let's go quick, you know.
Like,
It was
no.
like a slow fucking
Yup.
pace, like
Right, dude. And honestly, if I'm being honest, I think I totally blacked out that spirit box because I was that panicked.
I don't even
And
I didn't hear it either.
I didn't even
Oh
fucking
my
hear it.
God, dude.
And I heard this lady, I don't want to call her any, I was going to say this bitch, but this lady was like, is anyone here with us? Not with me, ma'am. With you, not with me. Let me get the fuck out of here.
yeah, it was, dude.
The only thing
Yeah.
that I like saw was when we went into that room was I think there was a chair in the corner holding the statue of like the devil statue, like
Yep.
the goat, like this or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And
This
whatever.
one?
Yeah. And then I seen the candle in the middle of the pentagram and I was like, hurry up. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry
Again,
up.
it was one of those situations, dude.
I was like, someone starts floating right
And
now.
then
I swear to God, I'm
Ashley
out.
was like, don't step in the middle, don't step in the middle.
no, it was again one of
And
those
she was like, but don't touch the wall, don't step in the middle, don't
Was-
touch the wall.
Was the floor like dirt?
No, it was
I don't
concrete.
even know.
Concrete.
It was
So what
concrete.
was the pentagram drawn in?
It was like
Blood.
chalk.
I don't know.
I don't know if it was chalk or some type of paint.
I could tell you this. I blacked out. I blacked out. I don't even
And again,
remember.
To be
It was
honest, I
white.
didn't look down at it. I was scared.
It's candlelit all
Candlelit.
the
It
way
was very
through.
dim.
Very dim. Very.
It was dark.
I was thinking like dirt floor, but maybe so
No.
it's
No,
concrete floor.
it's
No.
concrete.
What had me tripping out even more was I thought you just walk into a room straight
Straight down.
down. But no, she's
Turn.
like, you're going to go, you're going to turn right, you're going to turn left, you're going to
Walk
turn
down
right.
the
again.
tunnel.
And
No.
that's when it got
Yeah.
me like, fuck, how far is
Like
this?
I remember just
It was
being like,
far.
damn, we're still walking that
To
way.
the
Like, we're still
room.
going under the house. You know,
I'm like,
and then we
nah, y'all
finally
did
got
this
to
shit
the-
on purpose,
We
dude.
finally got to the opening, and it was like, oh damn, there's a fucking pentagram right here, dude,
Mm-hmm.
like with candles on it, and then there's
Artifacts.
then there was like a goat head sitting in a chair,
Uh-huh.
and you're like, bro, this is some next level shit right here. So again, when we left that exhibit, right, it was like immediately in my head, all I kept thinking is like, we shouldn't have done that. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things where you grow up, like, your grandma tells you, oh, no juegues
We're
con
gonna
eso.
get in trouble. Yeah, that's
like,
exactly.
It was worse than playing the Ouija board
Yeah.
type of shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
You know, because there was other rooms in the house that was like, damn, that was insane.
or
dude.
artifacts that you got to look at. Like, I think right after you get out of the basement, there's a box with someone's ashes in it, a lady who passed, and she was actually on the episode of Ghost Adventures, and she passed her in an exorcism or
Right.
something. And
Oh, yeah,
before
yeah,
she
yeah.
passed, she told her
2017 or
son
2018.
that it has to die with her or something because it's trying to get to her son or something. So now Zach decided to take her ashes and put it in his museum.
Oh, yep, I know.
And
yeah, yeah.
like just that story and looking at her ashes, like damn, like
And
that
it's a
was
black box that she's in
Mm-hmm.
with a rosary over the top of it, right? I mean, dude,
it's just crazy.
Just the
And
things
then-
he has
okay.
in there and the things you see are
and then
insane.
going backwards going into the prison room, the fact that you're in the presence of, like, you know, Charles Manson's ashes and bones,
yeah.
you know, or his artifacts that he wore on his last days, and then they saw he has Richard Ramirez.
Yep.
Now that's new.
You know,
yeah.
that's brand new, and you're looking at this and you're like,
He had a Richard Ramirez's shirt he wear for court. He has his ashes. He has his body tag.
His letters to like his
and
wife or
again-
whoever
and,
he was
and,
talking
and
to.
I don't necessarily want to say like, oh, that's demonic, but no, I'm
That's
just saying like,
like-
you're in the presence of people that are just bad,
Yeah.
like fucking straight messed up in the head. You know what I mean? Ted Bundy,
Yeah.
the
Yep.
picks that he killed people with, the gloves he wore. I mean,
His bag.
but mind you guys, everything is authenticated, right? He has all this.
Notarized.
Yeah, everything's authenticated. He has all the proof of this stuff, and you're just like, man, dude, you know, this is just insane shit just to be in the presence of that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whether it be paranormal or not.
Yeah, John
Yeah.
Wayne Gacy items in there, and what freaked me out about the John Wayne Gacy before he was executed, his family went and visited and took pictures with the guy. I'm sorry, but if one of my brothers were some fucking psychopath like that, I'm not visiting you, bro. The month before you get pulled down, you're getting put down without seeing me
Yeah.
again. You know,
Not gonna give
and
you
they're
that
smiling
satisfaction.
in their Polaroids right there, like weird status, and that just threw me off. Like,
Yeah.
no offense to the family, but still, I just fucking threw me off. And looking at his artifacts, like, nah, no.
Right.
It was just weird.
I feel
then-
like we were in that room the longest, looking around.
'Cause
Like
he
we were
has
the
so
last
much
ones to
items.
leave that
Yeah,
room.
there was a lot in there, though. I mean,
Yeah.
all the serial killers were in there. You know what I
El
mean?
Chapo's
El
boots.
Chapo's boots and again, the shit that you're never gonna see that
Yeah.
unless you go there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I said, the ashes of Richard Ramirez, Charles Manson,
Charles Manson. Yeah.
Ted Bundy's murder objects, and you know it's
It's
His
wild.
objects,
Again,
the
just-
film of like evidence,
right,
the actual like they have like actual evidence. Like it's just like, how did you get that?
right,
Like,
right.
why do you
Money.
Still
have that?
tagged up as evidence in the jars directly from the police stations.
Like
and-
all the photographs he has of like every time he changed his look to try to get away, he has those. Like, what the hell?
It was wild, man.
Yeah.
It was, again, guys, it's one of those things where I know we're talking about this subject so long, but it was one of those things where this experience was one that you're never going to forget or even soon forget.
It
Yeah.
just chilled me, honestly. Like, it really scared me to the fact where I'm like, I know I'm good for. I don't want to go back no more.
Yeah.
So outside
Yeah.
of the basement, being a new experience and being that next level of fear that you talked about, was there any other artifacts or new things that one of you or all of you thought that was over the top, that this is scary? Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't here last time. And
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
freaking
There was
me
a
out.
few.
Yeah.
There was a few actually. We were actually able to see James Dean.
His-
I don't know if anyone knows much about him, but he passed in like the 1950s or something.
Something like that.
Long time ago. And his car, but it's basically he died in a car accident, and his car is missing. No, still can't find it. But I guess Zach paid over $350 million.
No,
$380,000.
$1,000
for a chassis.
Yep.
Because this is the last remaining piece of this
that car
that remains. So the backstory, real quick, is so he died in the accident, right? But before the accident happened, many of his friends were like, "Hey, dude, we'll feel some type of way
about
this
that
car.
yeah.
Do not drive it." And well, the next day he went out, he drove it, he died.
Yeah.
So then they decided to scrap the car out. Anybody who got a piece of that car wrecked their
Died,
cars
yeah.
And died.
Wow.
The tow truck that was towing that car crashed, ejected the driver, killed the driver, and died.
Wow.
Yeah.
So after that, okay, and it kind of reminded me of the movie Christine.
Yep.
Mm.
And I'm wondering if that's where it came from.
Probably.
But after that, the car went missing.
Yep.
Disappeared. They never found it again.
So after that's a new item then.
That is a
That's
brand
a new
new
item.
Yeah.
And
Exhibit.
and I guess too back in the day he had a thing with Vampira,
which again was I thought was really cool.
which was wild. Like what? I never heard of that. But Vampira and him were a thing, and I guess that
she was
broke
like
it off.
worshiping him though,
and she was in love with this guy, like
she
obsessed.
She had a what's it called?
Shrine.
A shrine
of just him. And once they broke it off, she was very upset, and she put black magic on him, and
She
her
was using
friends
black magic,
were like, "Well, why are you doing that?" And she was basically like, "If I can have him, no one can."
Right.
And so they're not saying that's exactly what happened, but black magic and vampire, I could see that,
Yeah. She was like, "I'm a witch." That's why. Like,
yeah,
that was just her
Damn.
answer.
But
Yeah.
that again, that is the most expensive artifact now
That
in
he
that
has,
museum. And it's just a car chassis. It looks.
Yeah.
I think it was so expensive because it's so old, and
Did,
it kind of looks
did
like
they verify that was his?
it's
Yeah.
verified through
It's
the company.
by
Serial numbers.
Serial numbers, wild, right?
Serial numbers. Exactly. They trace it right back to his.
He died in 1955, so you
Okay.
were correct on that.
Yeah, he was only
Nice.
23.
Yeah, he was young.
So the fact that they got it verified, and again, they showed all this proof, and it looks like they did kind of like the Titanic would be a good one to talk about on the pod too, but I don't know if anybody's seen the exhibit of the Titanic and the way they
Display it.
display the rusted piece out of the ocean, and they have to like treat it. Well, the chassis looks like that now, like they've treated
It's
it.
waxed over.
Yes,
Yeah.
to where it stops the rust or the process of aging.
Yeah.
you
It's
know?
also behind like this glass. And,
Right. It's in a controlled environment, because it is so old. But that was a wild story.
Is there any salt around it or anything like
No,
No.
that's
No.
the Dybbuk
The
box.
Dybbuk box is a whole nother story.
Wait, I did want to say that they also had like the Poltergeist original clown.
Oh yeah.
He has
Yeah.
that. He has two Chuckies from the original films. A whole bunch of like Ghostbuster costumes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And what else was in there? Oh, the girl that played what's her name? Carol Ann?
Mm-hmm.
He had like one of her little costumes that she wore.
and her school grade report card and her.
That was more sad than anything.
Yeah.
I feel
but-
like
that was his
he-
memorabilia room.
Yeah.
Right.
'Cause
So
he
like
had
his collectibles, like this is what he collects too.
right.
Yeah.
The-
You know.
Also, the crow jacket was.
Oh
new.
yeah.
Crow
It
jacket.
wasn't the one he died in or got shot in,
Oh.
but it was one of the ones he wore.
He wore in
Most
the
of
movie.
the
That's
time.
that's funny. I just seen an article that it just passed his death anniversary, and he's not been dead longer than he was alive.
Wow.
Wow.
It
That's
doesn't
sad.
seem like that long ago.
Yeah.
Right.
Crazy.
But he had what's his name? Patrick Swayze. He had his
Michael
tooth
Jackson.
and his passport.
A lot of
and-
celebrity stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
memorabilia.
So I kind of like how they have like dark stuff and then like a lighter
Yeah.
note
yeah.
right after the really dark thing that we just went to.
Right. Right.
And he has like Al Pacino. Is that him?
Uh huh.
He had like the carpet, the dresser.
Oh, you're talking about Al Capone.
Oh, that
Capone.
guy. Whatever. You see, sounds
Al
the same.
Pacino's still alive.
Yeah,
Oh,
Al
whatever.
Capone. That's a new exhibit.
Yeah, that one was new.
So
Yeah.
they take you into this room, and they said that they were able to acquire 3 artifacts from him, from his family directly.
Mm-hmm.
One of them was the carpet that we were all standing on came from his house or his room directly. Another, I want to say, was the
Dresser.
the
the
dresser
mirror.
and mirror that sat there, and there was one more.
They had a brick
Oh, a brick from the Chicago riot or massacre or something like
or something that he's a shootout.
that. Yeah, this big
That he was
massacre that
responsible
happened in-
for.
It was a long time ago. But again, just being in the present, the Valentine something massacre, and just being in that was kind of weird because they made it smell like cigarettes covered up by like a fragrance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Like a
cigars.
cigar.
There were so many smells in the house too, which I think played a factor of head change.
Oh
Right.
yeah.
Obviously, at the end of the day, guys, it's an experience they're giving you, so you have to keep that in mind. You
Right.
know what the smells and the temperature changes too. It was very hot and cold, and the different smells, and obviously that all came into play because I was getting lightheaded. I was getting dizzy. They even offered water like halfway through the tour.
Yeah.
Because people faint.
Nobody on our group fainted, but there was a couple rooms like the Dybbuk box room, which is one of the most haunted artifacts in the world.
Yeah.
A couple people didn't
Faint.
walk through
Yeah,
that.
or they won't go through it. Yeah.
You know, there's a couple rooms like that. Like, look, you don't have to go through it.
If you don't,
if you
feel
don't
like
want
it,
to.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Or
a
even-
couple people stepped out, so that was wild.
Or even the R.I.P. tour we got to do another extra room with the serial killer that would tie the guys behind their back with a stick and all that room. And before you entered that room, there was a
Like a trigger warning
it was a trigger warning.
because
I know, like in the beginning, you said that you felt like maybe there was vibration in the room
Yeah.
or something. Did you hear anything throughout the tour that made you think that?
Anthony came up
Past
with that
first
theory.
room?
So like Jess, I think I was talking to Jess about it most.
Yeah.
I was like, look, I have a theory on why my equilibrium is fucked
Yeah,
up.
yeah, because we were all like super dizzy.
So I thought they had like some type of like a constant
Sound.
vibrating sound signal, and that's how you feel, right? Like a constant vibration through your legs.
Can you
and body.
hear anything?
Yes,
What does it sound like?
like a humming, almost like a.
So all the time it sounds like that.
No,
not all the
not
time.
in the hallway. Anthony came up with that theory because he would notice that the tour guides would step out, close the door, and then you
In
would
every
start to feel
exhibit.
dizzy, and then you will start to hear that
So you feel
right
like
after
they're
they
pumping
step.
energy into the room.
Like
Kind of.
they're playing like a really low frequency of a sound.
And I don't know
Well-
if that's enough to fuck with your equilibrium.
This is just a theory, guys, and I was like convinced, like, yeah, you're right, dude. Like you're 100% right.
Because,
They
again,
never
would
step
take
in the
you-
room.
and it could be because these rooms, right? It's a house.
Well,
yeah.
So
too, playing on that, if it is a frequency or some type of electrical thing, if you watch the show, they say that the spirits feed off of those
frequencies.
frequencies,
Correct,
energies to manifest. So I don't know.
Maybe
Yeah.
he's trying to make it
And-
manifest or
Huh?
something.
Maybe.
And one of the first rooms that we went to was like a secret society room where they still had some skeletons and
The coffins.
The coffins, there's skeletons in their coffins, and I swear on my life, I heard growling.
No, I heard it too.
And I heard growling, so I look over at Jessica, and she looks over at me, and I'm like, "Did you fucking hear that?" And she's like, "Yeah." And I hear it again, and I'm okay. So I heard it twice. I'm pretty sure it wasn't a motorcycle because it just sounded
Anthony
like a
thinks it
straight
was,
growl.
but that did not sound like a motorcycle.
again, though, guys, I'm always in there trying to debunk.
He was like, it was a
Yeah.
motorcycle. I was
No,
like, it was
it
not a
wasn't.
motorcycle, bro. Like, it was a growl.
Yeah.
It was growling,
Yeah.
you know?
It was scary.
And-
Like it was like a deep growl, and I looked as soon as I heard it. I looked over at Ash like,
Yeah.
I was like,
no
already,
fucking
dude. This
way,
is the
dude.
second room.
Yeah, and that kind of already fucked with me. Like, oh, shit. And then there was a new exhibit, too. They have a head.
Oh yeah.
Oh
A
yeah.
head in a case. It was, I guess it was about a witch, right?
So it was a man that was executed in his village for doing witchcraft.
Yeah.
And so they executed him and they buried him. Well, I've come to find out after that happened, bad kept coming to that village, and they redug up his body. They exhumed his body, they chopped his head off, and burnt his body. Right. So after doing that, his head stayed around, and it was preserved. So it's been here and there, and then finally Zach acquired it.
Yeah.
So now
It's like his final resting
is-
place.
right. So the tour guide, Zach Bangans, is the owner of the museum, and that is the one room since that head has been there that he will not go into. He will not go into that room. And again, prior to entering that room, they tell you, look, this is this man's final resting place. Do not say anything. Do not say, a prayer, nothing. You walk in,
Don't talk.
don't
Take
talk,
a quick peek.
take a peek,
Get out.
and get out. And that's it.
And it's
And
literally
again,
like
that
a
was
walk
another
around.
room.
And it's shoulder height. Like, you just look over your shoulder when you walk around the corner. and you
there's
see
a
it,
human head
and you get out.
there.
Wow.
And again, in a controlled box environment. You know what I mean?
Did that experience make you feel any certain way?
Man, that
I
was
was
already
like, it was so quiet in there, and then of course we have to have that one person in your group that's just like, like stupid. No
in my
offense to
head-
that one
and
person
in
or
my
whatever,
head,
but
I'm
I
like-
was already irritated.
Yeah, in my head,
like,
I'm
don't
saying,
talk. You just
like,
disrespected
if there's
this
anyone
dude.
who wants to follow this fucker, because he's over
Literally.
here being rude.
He was making noises.
And
like,
I think for the people like that, man, it's like straight up. I don't give a shit if you feel disrespected by what I'm about to say, but don't go.
Yeah.
You're ruining the experience for everyone else. You're being disrespectful as shit. We've all paid the money. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to be there, bro. If you're gonna mock it.
Exactly.
You know, and
not
God forbid something does happen to that man. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying, like, you're over here playing with shit. You don't even know what's going on.
yeah.
Like,
Well, plus, you didn't go to a ball game. You're not entitled to just
Right.
scream out stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
Well,
Exactly.
even then, he didn't pay for the R.I.P. tour either, so he would be the last one to leave the room when it was like our turn to like we seen the devil chair or
oh,
what's
the
that
devil's
chair?
rocking chair.
That one we seen it, and R.I.P. can go past the first barrier, and you can go take a closer look.
Which everybody even there was like, "Fuck, all right."
Yeah,
we'll
like,
go
do we
around.
really
Why
wanna
the
let
fuck
you-
do I want to get closer to
They
that?
let
Yeah.
you go around the barrier, right,
Uh-huh.
and go up to the glass, and inside the glass there's a cutout
That you can
look-
stick your head in. Yep.
stick your head up to the glass, and you're like, "Fuck."
I didn't.
Yeah. No, I got close
I
enough.
did.
I was good.
And he's
but
this clown the whole time. He's like, I got $5 whoever sits in the chair. Like, bro, get
and we're
out.
all like, huh, huh, huh.
Like,
Dude,
what
like,
are you doing?
he wanted to be so close to the stuff. I was like, why didn't you pay the extra money then?
Yeah.
Like he
Like-
was interested, but he wasn't.
Yeah.
Right.
But he was just one of those guys that was kind of annoying. Like, you kind of ruining my experience. Get out of the room, dude. Like,
Right.
I guarantee he was the most scared. That's
Kinda
why he was
probably.
acting like a
he was
ass
old.
clown.
He was probably like 60.
Probably. But
I
it
don't
is
know.
what it is, man.
Yeah.
But I think again, guys, just going way back, and the experience. And I recommend anybody who's a hardcore skeptic, you don't
Just
believe,
check it
just
out.
check it out.
but don't
go ex-
disrespect.
Yeah, 100%.
If you can check it
Because
out, don't be
there is
disrespectful.
dead people there. You know, there is
Yes.
people
Yeah,
that
it's
have passed,
honestly a lot of
and a
them.
lot of them. There's a lot
Right, at
of
the end
them.
of the
There's
day.
a lot of
know.
ashes in there. There's a lot of like,
Skeletons.
Artifacts
Artifacts.
from major, crimes and
Yeah.
shit like that. It's just it's an experience I think everybody should experience. Even like my dad that sits over here, they won't do it.
Nope.
My mom won't go in there, because sometimes for some people there's a line you draw, and we know that. We know that when we step foot into something like that, it's like what's in there.
And I honestly feel like we crossed our comfort line doing the
Yeah.
R.I.P. tour because I
Yeah.
was very uncomfortable. And after the tour was over, we were so drained, like tired.
Right.
I just wanted to go to
And
sleep. Yeah.
yeah, I just wanted to go to sleep. And
I
it
think
was crazy.
for your mom and I too, there's some things that we lived
Never
through.
understand.
We lived through. The Night Stalker, Richard Ramirez. I remember
Right,
that plain as
right.
day on the news.
Yeah.
Jack Kevorkian. Not that I didn't think he was a bad guy. I mean, he was helping people do what they wanted
Right.
to do. But I remember those stories.
Is he dead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, of course, not all the, we were around for a lot of that stuff, a lot of those news headlines, the fear it created.
You don't
We
want to
remember
see
that.
it.
We don't want to go back and relive those. I was probably 12 or 13 when the Night Stalker was running around killing people, and I'm good. I can watch it on TV.
Right.
I don't need to see his
Right.
ashes. Or,
I can see
It
that.
was again, guys. Man, coming from me, the biggest skeptic, and my dad can tell you how big a skeptic I
Yeah.
am, dude. Coming from me, I would 100% recommend if you're down and you want to experience something like that. And I'm not gonna say there's ghosts popping out. Ooh, look at me, I'm a ghost. No. Again, just based off the artifacts that are there alone, 100% worth it.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
100% worth it. I would not do it again because I've already done it. I put my
Yeah.
body through that already twice, and I think I'm good for a while
I
on
feel like
ghost
I need a
hunting.
limpia, if I'm being honest.
I think Anthony's the type too. Unless the ghost comes and talks to him personally.
Right.
Anthony, I am the ghost you're talking about. I'm looking for. All right, I'm right here in front of you. Then he'll believe.
Right.
So he's
Right.
that skeptical.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I got freaked out more after because I've never had a nosebleed in my life. Okay, not like
Oh,
my
yeah.
nose would just bleed. Never, ever, ever. So once we get out of there, we go eat or whatever, catch up with our friends, head back to the house. I go to change and my nose is bleeding.
Mm-hmm.
So I look at I'm like, Anthony, ooh, my fucking nose is bleeding.
yeah.
He's like, what? I was like, dude, look, my nose is bleeding. He's like, okay. I was like, I never have a nosebleed.
I was like, it's a dry Vegas heat.
Yeah, but I never, ever, 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 ever had a nosebleed like that. And I'm like, okay, I'm just making myself
She's like, I'm
freak
just
out.
freaking
Like,
out, I'm just freaking out.
relax. That night, I couldn't go to sleep because every time I'd close my eyes, I would be back in the museum, dude. Like, obviously, you're freaking yourself out. I understand that. Then, coming back from Vegas, I get home and I'm in my pajamas and I look over my shoulder and I have scratches on my shoulder. And I told Gabriel, I'm like, is that fucking scratch on my shoulder? And he takes a picture and I send it in the group. I was like, dude, I swear to God, some not bear fucking attached to us because why do I have scratches on my shoulder?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, maybe it was your purse strap. I don't know, right? Trying to debunk it. I'm like, yeah, maybe. The next morning, me and Gabe were watching Silence of the Lambs and I have a shaker bottle on top of my fridge that I'd never used. Been up there since I moved in. Flies off my fridge. I look at Gabriel. He's like, you need to get the fuck out. Like, what the fuck? And I'm like, dude, what the fuck? So for that right there, I was already set off. And that really did freak me out. So this morning when Gabe went to work, oh, man, I was like, oh, shit. I'm all alone in
Lights
here.
on.
Lights on. The bathroom lights on. Like, I was kind of freaked out. I'm not going to lie. Because that was just obviously the lead up to it. You're going to
You know what?
you're going to be convinced.
Did you say bye to Peggy? I didn't hear you say
I sure
bye to
did.
her.
Yes,
I don't
ma'am.
know.
I
I
did.
don't know.
I was like, sayonara.
That's right, you
the
said
languages.
sayonara.
I said
She-
bye. No.
No.
Well, I
Because-
think the best endorsement is you don't want to do it again.
Yeah, definitely. I wouldn't do it
I'm
again.
good.
I'm good.
We've been there twice.
Not doing it again.
It's a good.
I know she's not going to do it again because even during regular room, she was in my ass, like scared.
Yeah.
No.
Jessica,
I
the
would
clown
stand
room?
next. No, the clown room. The clown room. Or the clown experience.
The clown experience?
Well, because we already been there. We already know what to expect.
She was scared. She was grabbing my purse strap.
Here's the gist, guys. If you've never done it,
Do it.
Do it.
Just
Do
do
it.
it. Just take
Just
a gamble.
once. And then don't ever do it again.
and just go do it again. And we didn't even talk about like the Dybbuk box. We
Yeah,
didn't
okay.
talk about fuck, dude. There's just so many.
There's a lot of stuff in there.
The devils.
It's a 2.5 hour tour, by the way.
Yes.
2.5 hours, and you get to go pee before, and that's it. You can't leave the tour out during, like, if you leave, you're done.
Right.
I don't know that.
The
I'm
Demon
not
House
going to leave,
stairs.
but
The Demon House
Demon
stairs.
House,
You
the
know what I mean? The
Titanic.
last remaining.
Not Titanic.
the mirror.
Oh, yeah, that was new.
You know, just all that stuff, dude. You're like,
There's just so much.
the Demon House stairway scared me because I was the last one in that room because I didn't know everybody had left.
I know. I looked
I
back
was the
and you were
first
still
one.
in there.
And
I was
like,
the
wait a
first
minute.
one that walked out.
I
And
know.
I was like, oh shit! And you know what scared me? She hit the button to close the shutters,
Oh, yeah.
and it made me jump, dude. I was
Yeah.
like, oh man, dude.
Yeah, that
But,
was wild.
Oh, my
Yeah,
God,
definitely
dude.
10 out of 10. Go check that out, guys.
The most scariest things in there for me is the basement, number one, top tier. I was genuinely
Yeah,
scared.
I'd agree.
The divot box scares me so much. The
You know what's
feeling around it
crazy?
is scary. I don't like it.
Let's talk about that real quick. If we're gonna rate the rooms, one for sure, I agree with you 100%. The basement that should be closed. To be
Yeah.
honest,
Yeah,
with
to
you.
be honest, you should not
the
be
Dybbuk
allowed down
box
there.
room is terrifying as well, but not to the point
That
of
one you feel safe
right.
because there's
But I'll tell
protection.
you though, back when we saw it the first time, it was enclosed in a case with salt,
And that's it.
sage. Right now, it's enclosed in a case with salt, sage. There's a secondary wall
Barrier.
with scripture engraved into the
Glass, yeah.
Okay, I don't know what the scripture reads.
It's like Hebrew.
It's
Hebrew.
like Hebrew.
Mm-hmm.
That's also so now the only way to see it is you got to kind of bend down a little bit and look through the glass to see this demonic box.
And there's still like salt being pushed off of
Yes,
it, and like
yes.
the sage is broken. Like whatever's in there wants to get out.
Bad,
Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
So that's another room that you're just like, damn.
But that one I feel safer because it's like enclosed twice.
Yeah.
So that's why it's like my second. And then I really liked, not liked, but like the Conjuring chair or the Devil's
Oh,
rocking chair.
yeah.
That's was one of the Conjuring movies.
Well, the fact that they had like Ed and Lorraine Warren's statues that they gifted that family during the Exorcist for that family.
That freaked me out.
That was
too,
cool.
for some reason, like just looking at them and like.
And the rosaries they gave them,
You know, it's funny. I just Googled the Dybbuk box thing, and one of the articles that pops up is about when Post Malone was there, and he
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they showed that.
Show
and
that.
then right after that is
All the
plane. The
bad
wheels
luck he
popped
gets.
on his plane,
Yeah,
and all that stuff.
Yep.
His plane almost crashed.
Got in a
He
car
got in a
accident.
car accident and
His
he
house
got
got
robbed
robbed.
at gunpoint or something like that.
Yeah.
Armed robbery.
But he wasn't home.
So all that happened right after he touched the Dybbuk box.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
Wild.
But it was a wild weekend, guys, and we did all that in a day.
Yeah, that was all one day, by the way, because we were only there for like 2 days.
And then we did the show.
And then,
Yeah.
Friday.
First Friday, we did that.
Which was 5 to 11, and by the time we packed up and got some food and gas,
It was like 2 a.m.
We hit
By the
Yeah.
time we
hit the
actually
road.
hit the road, yeah.
yeah, we got home at 5 a.m.
Yeah, but it was a wild weekend. Again, big shout out to, Rob for inviting us out
Yep.
and bringing us with them out there. It was fun. It was exciting. Just Sin City, man. Sin City. It was a cool experience because we didn't even hit the strip. We didn't have to gamble to have a good time and to experience weird shit
There's
like that.
yeah,
so.
and there's also we didn't get to go to Sliced,
Oh,
yeah.
the horror pizza shop, which I was very disappointed that we didn't get to do
I
it.
know.
But with our schedule, it opened at 12. We were at the show at 12 already, and it closed at 9, and we were still at the show until 12.
Yeah, it was
That night, 12, 1 o'clock.
Literally, it was a 12-hour day at that show.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So it was nuts.
I was a little disappointed because I really wanted to go, but that's okay next time.
We'll be back.
We'll
be
go
back.
out there because there's a lot of cool stuff out there.
Yeah.
We'll
But-
be back in Vegas just to go to Vegas, hopefully.
Yeah.
But anyway, enough about Las Vegas and City. Again, great weekend, guys. I think though while we were out there, we did drop a new shirt design.
We did, yes.
Finally, it's been in the works for a little bit now. Thanks, shout out to Sammy Ruiz for helping us out.
Yes.
And it's actually the shirt Ashley's wearing. I hope she can see it, or this is in the way. It's what do we call the shirt?
Scary circus shirt because we don't like to get flagged.
That's right. But it is a sick ass shirt, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm just gonna get the secret out there.
No,
now.
don't put the secret after. Let's see if they
Wow.
notice. It's
There's
always
a-
the best when people are like, "Oh my god, I didn't notice that."
Well, there is a little special character on that shirt, and if you really look hard enough, you'll find them, and it's funny.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
But yeah, so we did drop that shirt on Friday.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. So if you're a fan of, you can say Killer Clowns.
Killer Clowns, yeah. if you're a
We
fan of
dropped
Killer
it
Clowns.
online on Saturday. They're lying to you guys.
Oh,
Sorry.
my bad.
We dropped it online on Saturday. I was wearing it on Thursday. Took some quick pics, whatever, whatever.
Whatever.
Doing a quick tease. Took it with us to Vegas. So, but this is our Killer Clown / Shorty
T-shirt.
T-shirt.
Yes, check it out,
Yes.
guys.
Check it out on our Etsy
Yes.
or
Instagram.
Instagram. You go
Or
to
in
one of our
person.
links.
Come on in and get one.
We have
Come
them
in
in
and get
store.
one,
So, yeah.
Yeah, and thank you to everyone because applications that dropped for Wicked Fest.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Overwhelming amount of people did apply, so thank you to everyone who applied. We'll be going over applications very soon.
Very soon, guys.
So yeah, it was wild. We didn't
You know
expect
what?
that many.
And for those of you guys applied, thank you so much. You know, what
Yeah,
I mean?
we
It means-
appreciate
it.
it.
Means a lot. Obviously, again, guys, just there's only a certain amount of spaces,
Yeah.
and fortunately, there's a lot of people that want to do it.
Yeah.
But unfortunately,
There's not enough
Yes, there's not enough space. So yes, those decisions are tough. But just to give a big shout out, a big thank you to everybody who has applied.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Overwhelming support. And be ready, guys. 'cause
Yeah.
it's gonna be.
Wild.
Wait,
It's gonna be
when
wild.
our vendor application's gonna close?
I don't within the next few days for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Because
it's already a lot, and I
it's
don't know.
too-
I don't
yeah.
know. Maybe I don't know if we ended on Friday or before then. Just keep an eye.
Just
Yeah,
keep an eye out, guys. Get those applications in if you haven't already.
definitely.
And if they are already closed, just know, it's just because of the overwhelming support from everybody and the amount of applications that have come in already is amazing.
Yeah.
So, again, thank you so much to everybody that has applied, and for those of you who do get in, just be ready. It's about to be a party.
Exactly.
Ukaipa is ready for us, and we're ready to do it back with them. So
Yes. Yes.
let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. Any last? Oh, Today, we usually have a guest on here. We talk about like a scary movie, things like that. Ashley finally saw a movie. What was it, Ash?
Oh, I finally saw Silence of the Lambs, guys.
Silence of the Lambs with Anthony
And
Hopkins.
I loved it. I thought it was great. Me and Gabriel finally sat down and watched. I don't know if he enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, Gabriel's like,
I thought it was great. I thought it was wild. His character on there that he played was like weird. Like the whole like you forgot your file and the one finger touch. Like I was like, dude, that's his girlfriend now or something. Like he's obsessed with
oh,
her.
that's mine.
Because for a while, for our family always says hello, Clarice, and I never understood it. I was
My
like, okay,
dad
whatever.
always says that.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
And now I get it. But
Right.
it was a
I
great
would just
movie.
like to
But
take
Jess and I
credit
were
that I
very
would always
happy.
tell Ashley that she would enjoy that movie a lot because it's like a psychological
It's a serial
movie.
killer.
It's a serial killer, yeah.
movie
And
that
I
she would
really
like, and
like-
she just never watched it.
No, I never. And I am very mad because I didn't know it was on HBO Max and I paid Amazon Prime, which I have to send my dad $5 for because I paid for it. So now I'm pissed. But
Damn.
great
Well, now you
movie.
know.
Great
Little
movie.
research.
Now you gotta watch the other one.
Yeah.
But
there
yeah,
you go.
guys.
You don't got to.
You didn't
Stop
like it?
there.
Really?
It's just not as great as The Silence of the Lambs. Let's just say
Wow.
that.
I thought it was great.
So we're proud of Ashley for taking the initiative.
Yay.
to
Thank
Thank
finally-
you guys. Give me recommendations on the next one. What should be? What should it
Actually,
be?
this week? Is the 14th this week?
Yes.
The Pope section,
The Pope's Exorcist.
which was wild
comes
to me
out
too
this
because
week.
Anthony Hopkins was already old. Silence of the Lambs, and because I seen the right, and he's old as hell.
No, he's older.
Older, but he was already old back in
Homie's
'91.
like in his late 80s, dude.
And I'm just
Yeah.
like, dude, this man looked young old in that movie. It was,
Yeah,
it's just
yeah, yeah.
weird. It's just so fucking weird, but it's
Yeah,
funny.
he's
I
up
loved
there.
it.
Good actor, though.
Anyways, The
And
Pope's
then-
Exorcist coming out this week. We're gonna go watch it because
Why not?
Because Russell
one,
Crowe's in it.
yeah, one Russell Crowe's in it. Two, it looks really cool. Well, not
And
cool.
they're about to
scary.
expose the church, so I'm
And
ready.
they're about to expose the church, and I love those kind of movies.
Let's
Yes.
do it.
Yeah.
Let's
But anyway,
do
guys,
it.
keep your eye out for our other pages like Wicked Tacos. That we've been really grinding, guys. There's gonna be some new, fun, exciting announcements coming with that.
Be
We've
on
been
the
working
lookout.
real hard on that
Project.
new adventure, new project. So please
Yeah.
keep your eye out. I know in May, guys, we'll be up at a couple places. I don't want to say yet, but yes, in May you can catch us at a couple different events. But just keep an eye out because we've been working real hard on a nice big project. So
Yeah.
keep
There
your
we
eye
go.
out. Is that it?
That's it.
No,
Gonna wrap it
one more
here?
thing. Me and Anthony are actually wearing our free shirts.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
not
that's
free.
right.
I wasn't
The-
free. It was $30.
It was an extra, but it wasn't. Anyways,
was
the
what-
shirt was $35. We got it for $33, so free.
yeah.
You would be the one that's like, let me check that price, see if they rip me off.
I did check.
All right.
I made sure to check because I was like, okay, you're making me spend $33 extra, but also we got to go into all these other stuff
Yeah.
that
Which
Which
I
I don't
wasn't
know if it
even
was
down
like,
for.
yeah,
But
good idea, but
maybe we're
Bad
on it
idea,
now.
But we got the shirt, so it's all good.
right.
Yeah.
Anyways, yes, we did enjoy it, guys. Go check out all those things. And again, I hope you guys are enjoying the new way of doing our podcast because we really going to check out all these different
Yeah.
Halloween places. So we're going to keep doing it. Thanks again for everybody watching. We're sorry for last week not being on here, but we're back.
Yep.
So just keep your eye out, man. Working on a lot of new things, a lot of new projects. You never know what's around the corner. So, and anything else? Any last words?
Nope.
Peanut gallery? Nothing.
They never have
Nothing? All right, guys. Well, thank you guys so much for listening, watching, or however you guys are hearing us.
Yep.
And as always, guys, we'll see you on the next one.